I can't believe. I just can't believe it. I have a mate, and she is so beautiful. Though I was definitely taking her dress shopping. She doesn't want us, so don't get ahead of yourself. My Lycan Cooper shot back. She will. She just needs time. I can't even imagine the things she's been through. This must be terrifying for her. I argued. That boy's going to be a problem, Cooper pointed out as we glared at our mate helping him off the ground. Boys, perhaps you can take your mate home and get her settled in one of the spare rooms, Mom suggested. The one opposite me is free, Toby said quickly, his face smug as he looked at me, and I cursed myself. He'd begged me for my bedroom years ago because it was overlooking the woods, but I'd refused, and even gloated that it was mine. I should have swapped. No, Zahn said quickly, and we all turned back to her. I don't want to live with you all. I'm fine at the orphanage with Emmett. Don't be ridiculous, Kit snarled angrily as he glared at Emmett. You're living with us. You can't just decide that for me, she argued. Yes, we can. I spoke up as my heart raced. I wanted her close, and I wouldn't compromise on this. She looked furious. Then so is Emmett, she argued and held his hand. My hand clenched into fists and I stepped forward. Please stop touching him, or I won't be able to control my Lycan Cooper from taking control and killing him. He can certainly try, Emmett said unfazed. I'll touch whoever I want, Zahn told me angrily. I don't belong to you. So, can he live with us or not? Because I can just leave your city. No, Toby panicked and grabbed our mother's sleeve. Let him stay. He can stay, my mother agreed, as Kit and I glared at her in disbelief. She always gave in to our youngest brother. However, he will take the room by the kitchens where the maids live, not the main bedrooms on the second floor. Sounds good, Emmett agreed. I've had worse. You can't be serious. I linked my mother. He wants our mate. If you push her, she'll choose her friend. She linked me back. It's clear they've both been hurt, and they've bonded from the trauma. She needs time to get to know you boys, and when she does, she will finally bond with someone through healthy means, which will result in her accepting you all. But for now, be patient. Fine. I snapped and crossed my arms. Boy, show her to her room, my father ordered. Once you've settled in, we'll all have dinner together and talk more about Emery. No, my mother shook her head. Our first dinner with our future daughter-in-law will not be spent on business. We will use dinner to get to her. And Emmett. Yes, I'm sure you're eager to know all about me, Emmett commented, but Zahn elbowed him and glared at his comment. But he just smiled and winked at her. I hated how close they were. This way. Toby stepped forward and gestured for her to come along. She looked at Emmett nervously, but he just rolled his eyes and pulled her along. I glared at him the entire way. I want him dead. Kit linked me and Toby. Kill him and we lose her, Toby pointed out. She doesn't need to know it was us, Kit pointed out. Do you think we could actually get away with it? With her knowing, I mean? Toby wondered. I think I'd feel too guilty and spill, but it is a tempting idea. Leave him, I growled at my foolish brother. She clearly needs him for support, but once she accepts us, she won't need him anymore and she'll naturally distance herself. Don't let your impatience and temper get in the way of us getting our mate. I can't believe we share a mate, Toby laughed. I do like orgies, though I've always preferred me and all women, not two other men. You're an idiot, Kit rolled his eyes. You should be excited. I nudged him. You'll finally lose your V card. Hilarious. He pushed me, and our mate looked at us nervously. It's all right, I told her quickly. We're just messing around. Did you sleep well last night? The orphanage is quite nice. Really? Emmett snapped. Have you ever slept there because the beds are tiny? Zahn practically hogged the whole thing. Zahn's eyes widened, and she nudged him again. You shared a bed? Kit asked, his voice raised angrily. Is this something they allowed? I asked, equally as angry. Were they sleeping together? I thought the genders were separated. They are, Emmett answered. She came to me. You don't get to be upset. She wasn't your mate last night. Besides, whose bed were you all in last night? Toby and I looked down guiltily. We'd gone out drinking last night with the woman in our harem, and we'd both slept with some of them. Every king was known to maintain a harem. Upon reaching the age of 30 without a chosen mate, it was customary to select one of the women, all of whom belonged to beta rank and hailed from powerful families. Mine, Kit yelled, stepping toward Emmett. I don't fuck around. I've been waiting for my mate, and I'm not ashamed of it, and you will never share a bed again. Now, remove your fucking hand from her, or I will take it off. I stared at him, recognizing that he had always been the more impulsive one among us. However, in this moment, I was grateful for his fiery spirit. I could feel his power radiating, but it was not just his. He was tapping into mine and Toby's as well, a unique advantage we had as triplets. We were inherently different from other Lycans, setting us apart even from twins. I observed as Emmett released Zon's hand and shoved his hands into his pockets. Happy? He asked sarcastically. Let's go, I said, lightly touching my brother's arm as I noticed pack members beginning to slow down and watch us, which was less than ideal. Zon fixed her gaze on Kit for a prolonged moment. Are you really a virgin? She asked unexpectedly. I am, he replied with confidence. She nodded, looking down at her feet. I was consumed with the urge to ask her the same question, needing to know if she was Emmett's lover. Are you? Kit shot back, and I was once more grateful for his blunt nature. Yes, she replied, a faint blush coloring her cheeks, and both Cooper and I felt a surge of excitement. Kit smiled and said, "Come on," before resuming his walk. However, Zon directed her gaze toward Toby and me. We're not, Toby swiftly affirmed her unvoiced worry, adding a playful wink. But don't fret, we'll show you the ropes. With that, he turned and walked ahead as I shook my head in amusement before gesturing for Zon to keep pace. She quickly complied. Upon arriving at the suite, we found Kit engaged in conversation with the guards, gesturing towards both Zon with affection and then Emmett with irritation. Yes, Alpha, Abby, our guard, acknowledged with a nod. Entering the suite's lobby, we were greeted by two maids, Alba, a slightly clumsy Omega girl with a short pixie cut of blonde hair, and Bailey, a more experienced beta made with her dark hair elegantly secured. Welcome home, Alphas, Bailey said with a bow, quickly followed by Alba. The Queen has linked us, and we're currently preparing the rooms for the Luna and her friend. Shall we take your jackets? Geese must be nice for some, Emmett murmured as he scanned the lobby. No, thank you, Toby replied with a grin. This is Zon, your future Luna. Alba, could you take Emmett to his room and fetch him whatever he needs to settle in? I instructed. Of course, Your Majesty. Hello, Beta Emmett. It's lovely to meet you. I'll take you to your room, she said quickly, her gaze lingering on Emmett with interest, but he let out an annoyed sigh. You're barking up the wrong tree, sweetheart, Emmett retorted. You're not my type. Emmett! Xania nudged him playfully, while Alba's eyes fell to the floor. He's sorry. Don't apologize for me, he countered, though her glare made him falter uncomfortably. All right, come on then, lead the way. Call if you need me. She won't, I interjected, but he simply rolled his eyes and strolled off. Come on, Zon, Toby exclaimed as we resumed our walk. Your room is right across from mine, so if you ever need anything or want to hang out, just come over. I won't need anything, she replied, causing Toby's expression to drop. Well, he shrugged, bouncing back swiftly. If you change your mind. Toby was someone who rarely stayed upset for long. He was quick to move past grievances and was always the first to crack a joke or offer some kindness. Did you have any other clothes? I inquired as we made our way up the stairs. Emery wasn't very keen on letting me go out to shop, she replied, and I exchanged glances with my brothers. We can take you shopping, Toby exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. And to the hairdressers. We should also stop by the hospital for a checkup. You appear malnourished and underweight, so... I don't need anything, Zon interrupted, her tone laced with anger and discomfort. We can discuss this later, Kit interjected hastily as we paused outside her bedroom. My room and Denny's are down that hall, he indicated, pointing. And as Toby mentioned, his room is right there. Zon nodded, and I motioned for her to enter the room. They had accomplished a lot in such a short span. The large king-size bed was adorned with a soft blue silk coverlet and plush pillows. The curtains were drawn, and staff members were busy cleaning the cabinets and furniture. Daisy, I called to the youngest Omega girl. Come here. Daisy put the cloth back into the bucket, wiped her hands on her apron, and hurried over to us. This is Luna Zania. I introduced her. You'll be her lady's maid. Speak with Bailey about getting added to the accounts so you can purchase anything Zon might need, and ensure you get a different uniform. Yes, sir. I don't require a maid, Zon protested. Yes, you do, Toby retorted, moving some flower vases around the room with ease. Someone get these out, they've wilted. Bring her something fresher instead. Yes, your majesty, Stefan said as he took the vases, but as he passed by me with the flowers, I noticed that only one of the flowers was slightly wilted. Toby really needs to relax, Cooper chuckled as I made my way over to the bed. I want her in our bed, I grumbled, pushing a pillow aside before turning to Zon, who stood in the doorway nervously fidgeting with her fingers while surveying her surroundings. Everyone out. You can finish later. The three maids hurriedly left, causing Zon to appear a bit more at ease. Do you like it? I asked, motioning to the room. If not, my room's available. Kit and Toby shot disapproving looks my way, but I just smirked in response. The room is fine, thank you, Zania replied politely. The offer stands. I smiled at her before sitting down on the bed. This must be quite overwhelming for you. Not many people have 3 mates. No, they don't, she agreed, picking up a small picture from the chest of drawers and gazing at it, though she seemed troubled and eventually placed it back down. Is something wrong? Kit inquired, glancing at the picture. Oh, that's Azana. She used to stay in this room when she lived with us. Are you sure you've never encountered a girl by that name?